What's up, guys? Hope you're having an amazing day. Welcome back to the channel. Well, first off, I want to say Happy New Year to all of you guys, and thank you guys so much for watching the channel, for following me on Instagram, for interacting with my content, and for showing me support in the comments, the likes and everything. I just want to say I really do appreciate it. Now that we are in a new year and starting a new year, I'm just hoping that if you are new on here, I welcome you. If you're watching this and you've not subscribed yet, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and come join the family. I did a shoot over the weekend and a lot of stuff happened, and as much as I was excited to have a new camera, the Pentax 67 or 6x7, I wasn't really happy with something that happened. On the first day, I shot with my Mamiya RB67. I had Ektachrome 100 loaded in here, and then I loaded Kodak Tri-X 400 in the Pentax just to shoot it and try it out and see if it's for me or not. Now, the shoot really went well. Both myself and Tammy really love it. When you're making photos, the vibe on the day of the shoot, the poses that you'll be doing and stuff, you can tell that this is going to be great images. However, something that I have learned recently is anytime I have a lot of distractions while I am developing film, I mess it up. That makes me rethink about the last time I shot the expired film that didn't come out well. I'm like, did I mess it up or was the film just not good? You guys watched that video. I redeemed myself, but it happened again. Right after we did the shoot, I was super excited to see the photos. So my friend Ezra and Robbie was here. Ezra was helping shoot the behind the scene. So I took the film out, went into my kitchen, set up everything, and started developing the film. I wouldn't say it's because Ezra and Robbie was here, because I've had people here when I've developed film. I've had Ezra here when I've developed film and nothing went on wrong. But I felt like there was a lot of distraction to the point where instead of putting in the second developer, I grabbed Blix and I put it in. And as soon as I was pouring it in, Ezra was like, yo, is that the right chemical you pour it in there? And I was like, don't distract me. But maybe I should have right away listened. But it took like 15 seconds and I realized, yeah, I have put in the wrong chemical, which was the Blix, instead of putting in the developer 2. As soon as I realized that, I poured it out, rinsed it, put in the developer 2, just continue developing as normal. And yeah, it didn't turn out. You could see the image in it, but just like the first one, it is not usable at all. I tried scanning it, tried turning it into black and white, also didn't work. So I was really bummed out because the model I shot with, before even we shot, told me she's not from here. She doesn't live here in Columbus. She has to go back to school. She was only here for the holidays, and she had just few days left. And I was like, I've screwed this up. This model was so happy to shoot with me. I was so happy to shoot with her. The first time we are shooting together, and this is gonna happen. So I was really bummed out. I came here, sat in the office, really quiet, thinking about why I did that. And after just beating myself for a few minutes, I decided to accept it. I mean, I had no option than to accept that something had gone wrong. And so I reached out to the model and let her know right away and said, if there is any chance we could reshoot, I would really appreciate it. So before we go on to if we did or not, something also happened with the Pentax. And what happened was, it's a new camera. I don't know much about it. I I loaded the film, advanced it, shutter wasn't firing. I was so frustrated. I kept telling the model, and her boyfriend was here. I was like, I'm so sorry for delaying you guys. This is a new camera. I'm trying to test it out, blah, blah, blah. Just trying to figure it out, but I couldn't. So I reached out back to Zach, who is the person I bought the camera from. I'm like, hey, is there anything wrong with the camera? Because it doesn't seem to fire for me. And I know I've watched his YouTube channel and he used it. So I called him on Instagram on a video call. He couldn't really know what was going on. So he said to give him a few minutes and he was going to reach out back to me. But what happened was, when after I had like advanced it a couple times, I needed to do it one more time. But that last one was a little bit rigid and I thought maybe if I force it, it would break the film. But I was so scared to do it. So what I did was tell the model, hey, I'm sorry to waste your time, but since we've got the photos, at that time I had not known that I've ruined the film. So I said, since we've got the photos on the RB, it's okay if we don't shoot on the Pentax, because that was just to test the roll out. So she can leave if she wants to. And she left, excuse me. And as soon as she left, I went to advance it and I applied a little bit of a force and then it went. And I'm like, I think it advanced. So I called in my wife here, took a shot, and it fired. Even though that shot did not, for whatever reason, it didn't take the photo. It felt like it did, but I advanced it. It went, and I'm like, yo. I called in my friend Ezra and Rob. I'm like, yo, this just advanced. I don't want to ruin the film. Let's just do some portraits in the studio. So we ended up just shooting some portraits of ourselves. I developed the film. That film also, that came out all right. Looking at them, everything was good. I got 9 frames instead of 10. I was a little bit worried why, but I'm like, the first time, if something goes wrong, I don't want to just blame it on the camera, because I obviously didn't know what I was doing. But anyway, that day went over. I ruined the Ektachrome 100. The black and white came through really fine. So like I said, I reached out to the model, asked if we could reshoot, and she told me she will let me know the next day at noon if she'll be able to. So the next day at noon, she reached out. She said, hey, I'll be able to do it in the evening between 5 and 6 p.m. I'm like, yes. So she came over. We did a reshoot of it. I tried reshooting the exact poses that we did. Obviously, it's not going to go exactly as you shot the first time. The mood and everything will be different. So shot the second time, developed the film, and everything came out perfectly as it's supposed to. I really like the photos, how it came out. Now, the second day, I shot another row through the Pentax because the first day we weren't able to shoot with her. So I loaded again Kodak Tri-X 400. We did some shooting here in the office, went out in the living room, did some shoot at the kitchen table, which is my favorite of the shoot that we've done, that we did that day. I'll let you guys see the photos and then we wrap it up from here. All right, so that is the photos. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now there is one thing that also happened with a Pentax on the first row. There was some little spots like water stains or something, like some sort of stains on the frames, and I'm worried. I'm worried why that is happening. It happened on the first row. It happened on the second row. It was more heavy on the first row, and then also, it did not happen on all of the frames. It's like some frames it happened. So I don't know if it is something with the camera or with the lens or with the film or with my developing. I still have to keep shooting some film through it to find out what's really going on wrong. Now I know I trust Zach. He told me he never had anything like that. I've seen his videos whilst he shot it. Nothing like that happened through it. So I'm still trying to figure it out. I want to love this camera. I really do, because I want to have these two cameras. The plan is to use the Mamiya mostly for like portraits in the studio or with strobe and stuff like that. And then the Pentax would be for like when I'm doing outdoor stuff and running and gunning. However, the lens on the Pentax, the 90mm, holy smoke, the shallow depth of field is crazy. I talked with Zach, and he told me it's the character of this lens, but I want to try a different lens on it just to see where that little spots on the frames are coming from. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I don't want this video to be too long. I'm trying so hard. This year I want to try to make my videos as short as possible. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will take the Pentax out. The light meter in there seems to work, so I'll take it out, shoot it with just the inbuilt light meter, and see how that is going to turn out too. If you are curious to know, let me know in the comments. But I appreciate you watching. Once again, Happy New Year. If you are here watching for the first time, please do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. Let's keep growing. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future video. Come follow me on my Instagram, Edmund K. Boateng. See you guys in the next video. But until then, go hit the streets. Be safe out there. It's New Year, but COVID is still out there, so be safe. Create some beautiful photos and share with us all. And you don't forget, always create to inspire. See you guys.